political landscape of Pakistan has been marked by controversy, with critics drawing an unexpected parallel between a modern political party and historical invaders. This comparison between Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or PTI, led by Imran Khan, and medieval conquerors who ravaged Punjab, has sparked intense debate and requires closer examination. PTI, founded by former cricket star Imran Khan, has risen to prominence in Pakistani politics, challenging the established order. However, their approach and rhetoric have led some to see similarities with historical figures like Mahmud of Ghazni, Ahmad Shah Abdali, and Nader Shah Durrani. To understand this comparison, we must first look at the historical context. For centuries, Punjab served as a corridor for northern invaders entering the Indian subcontinent. In the 11th century, Mahmud of Ghazni conducted multiple raids, looting wealth and establishing temporary control. The 18th century saw Ahmad Shah Abdali's invasions, leaving destruction in their wake. Nader Shah's invasion in 1739 was particularly devastating, resulting in the plunder of Delhi and Punjab's subjugation. These invaders shared a common approach. They exploited Punjab's central location and relative prosperity, forming temporary alliances with local and foreign tribes to aid their conquests. Their incursions disrupted the region's social and political fabric, creating lasting mistrust towards external forces among the local population. Critics argue that PTI's political strategies bear resemblance to these historical patterns. They point to the party's use of the so-called Pashtun card, leveraging ethnic identity for political gain. This tactic is seen as reminiscent of how northern invaders allied with various tribes to facilitate their campaigns. Another point of comparison is the apparent detachment of many Punjabis from PTI-led strikes and long marches. This phenomenon echoes the historical divide between invaders and the local population, where Punjab often bore the brunt of external aggression without fully aligning with the invaders' cause. While the comparison between a modern political party and medieval invaders may seem extreme, it highlights complex dynamics in Pakistani politics. The parallels drawn between PTI's approach and historical invasion patterns reveal deep-seated concerns about political strategies, ethnic dynamics, and the potential for societal disruption. This controversial analogy serves as a reminder of the enduring impact of historical events on modern political perceptions. It underscores the need for careful consideration of political rhetoric and strategies, especially in regions with complex historical legacies like Punjab. The debate surrounding PTI and its perceived similarities to historical invaders reflects the ongoing challenges in Pakistan's political landscape. It emphasizes the importance of understanding historical context when analyzing contemporary political movements and their impact on society.
Pakistan's political landscape has seen many players, but few have drawn as many parallels with historical patterns as the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI. This party's political strategy bears striking resemblances to the tactics employed by northern invaders who once swept through the region. Let's explore these parallels and their implications for Pakistan's political future. At the core of PTI's approach is opportunism, a trait shared with historical invaders. The party has consistently capitalized on existing vulnerabilities within Pakistan's political system. Their rhetoric of reform and anti-corruption resonates with a populace disillusioned by traditional political elites. However, their actions often contradict these claims as they shift alliances and focus on consolidating power. PTI's use of mass protests, sit-ins, and disruptive tactics mirrors the chaos and destabilization strategies employed by historical invaders to weaken opposition and assert dominance. Another key aspect of PTI's strategy is its formation of alliances with diverse groups. This approach echoes the tactics of northern invaders who forged temporary alliances with Afghan tribes and local collaborators. PTI has strategically allied with various political and social groups, from progressive urban youth to conservative religious factions. This pragmatic, albeit inconsistent strategy often blurs ideological lines, reminiscent of the mixed motives of historical invaders who prioritize power over coherence. Critics argue that PTI's impact on Pakistan's political landscape goes beyond mere strategy, accusing the party of undermining political norms and institutions. While historical invaders looted material wealth, PTI's confrontational approach, disregard for parliamentary processes, and challenges to judicial authority have contributed to a sense of instability. This behavior echoes the invasive disruptions that northern conquerors inflicted on Punjab's political and administrative systems. One of the most controversial aspects of PTI's strategy is its use of the Pashtun card, which draws from a historical playbook where ethnic and tribal identities were mobilized for strategic gains. Historically, Pashtun tribes played pivotal roles in supporting northern invaders. Similarly, PTI has at times framed itself as a representative of Pashtun interests, leveraging Imran Khan's Pashtun heritage to appeal to this demographic. PTI's rhetoric often invokes a narrative of marginalization and empowerment, resonating with Pashtun communities that feel underrepresented in mainstream politics. This approach parallels the mobilization strategies of northern invaders who rallied tribal loyalties by exploiting local grievances and promising shared spoils. However, this strategy is not without consequences. The use of the Pashtun card has fueled tensions in regions like Punjab, where ethnic dynamics are complex and historically fraught. Punjab, historically a target of northern invasions, harbors memories of external domination and exploitation. PTI's perceived alignment with Pashtun identity risks alienating Punjabi populations, who may view this as a continuation of historical patterns of external interference. This delicate balance of ethnic politics adds another layer of complexity to Pakistan's already intricate political landscape. The parallels between PTI's political strategy and the tactics of historical northern invaders are striking. From opportunistic approaches and diverse alliances to the exploitation of ethnic identities, these similarities raise important questions about the nature of political power and its pursuit in Pakistan. As the country continues to navigate its political future, understanding these historical echoes may provide valuable insights into the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.
Punjabi detachment from Pakistan. Tehreek-e-Insaf's political movements has deep roots in history and continues to shape contemporary politics. This phenomenon offers fascinating insights into the complex interplay between historical experiences and modern political dynamics in Pakistan. The historical mistrust of outsiders in Punjab can be traced back to centuries of invasions from the north. These experiences have ingrained a sense of skepticism towards external forces and their motives in the collective memory of Punjabis. This wariness extends to political movements that are perceived as disruptive or influenced by outside factors. Punjabis have long prioritized stability and economic well-being over revolutionary politics. This pragmatic approach is a result of centuries of survival under turbulent conditions. Consequently, the disruptive tactics employed by PTI, such as strikes and long marches, often meet with apathy in Punjab. Many Punjabis associate these actions with historical cycles of chaos and exploitation, which they are keen to avoid. The general detachment of Punjabis from PTI's protests and long marches reflects a broader resistance to the party's narrative. Many view PTI's tactics as a potential threat to the region's hard-won stability. This echoes the historical resistance to invaders who disrupted local economies and social structures. However, it's important to note that circumstances are changing and mentalities are evolving. Unlike the fragmented political landscape of historical Punjab, contemporary Pakistan operates within a framework of modern state structures. These institutions impose checks and balances that limit the extent of any single entity's dominance, including PTI. While the party may exhibit traits reminiscent of historical invaders, its actions are constrained by democratic norms and public accountability. The information age has also transformed political mobilization. PTI's use of social media to propagate its message and rally supporters contrasts with the physical and militaristic strategies of historical invaders. However, the underlying principle of exploiting public sentiment for strategic gain remains a common thread. Furthermore, the Pakistani populace, particularly in Punjab, has grown more politically aware and discerning. While PTI's rhetoric may resonate with certain segments, its strategies are increasingly scrutinized. This evolving awareness represents a departure from the passive victimhood of historical Punjab under northern invaders. The parallels between PTI's mindset and historical invaders from the north offer a fascinating lens to examine the party's political strategies and public reception. While there are shared traits such as opportunism, disruption, and alliance building, significant differences rooted in contemporary realities exist. Understanding these dynamics requires a nuanced appreciation of history, identity, and regional sensitivities. By learning from the past and addressing present challenges with greater inclusivity and responsibility, Pakistan can move toward a more stable and equitable future. For PTI, this means evolving beyond the tactics of disruption and division to embrace a politics of consensus and constructive engagement. Only then can it truly break free from the shadow of historical parallels and chart a path toward lasting progress in Pakistan's political landscape.